Alright, everyone, I am back. I also wanted to note, finishing up my last thought, the other reason you want to go through the story is because you get free star gems from it. It's actually a large amount of star gems that you get from completing the story, including S ranking all the battle missions, so I would highly recommend doing it just for that alone. Anyway, let's go ahead and grab that drink.
Welcome.
So I can pause my boosters.
Take care of yourself out there.
And yeah, with getting knocked down, yeah, you want to hit your jump button in order to jump back up after just as you're landing.
Which quest would you like?
Alright, episode 3, The Reason Behind Your Birth. Hardcore, please.
Matoi should be further up ahead. She's just waiting there, motionless. Now remember, the profound darkness is a being of pure photons. But if you strike down a body made of photons, it'll just flicker back to life. We'll just have to bind it there instead. I've got a plan all set to go, and the others are ready to lend a hand. All of ARCS is mobilized. Since we're pulling out all the stops, we can't let it get away from us. We have to confine it there, without fail. Believe in us, and press on. Six, do you all read me? I hope everyone understands the plan.
Excuse me, Shao. I suspect there may be two among us who might benefit from an explanation.
Ha! Who is it? Speak up, speak up! Don't be ashamed. Raise those hands high.
Me!
What's that, Clara's craze? You don't get the plan? Well, guess what? Neither do I!
Come on, Kasra, don't look at me. I know what's going on.
All right, nitwits. That is enough nonsense for one lifetime. Surely you can find more efficient ways to ease your nerves.
This plan could come undone if we allow even a single slip. Shao, would you explain it once more?
It's nothing to be too worked up about. Your task is to set up the containment barrier. We're going to use Sukuna Hime's sealing barrier to keep Matoi bound here.
Sukuna Hime, the maiden of Harukotan. Just when did you obtain this information?
I mean, I haven't been just sitting around twiddling my thumbs. Sukuna Hime used 6 points to form the sealing circle, and we have 6 of you, with your cosmogenic arms. You 6 on the council will use your cosmogenic arms to set up and activate the barrier. This is the profound darkness we're up against, so slowing it down may be our only option, but sealing it here just temporarily would be enough.
Let me get this straight. I just have to get to the target location and give it a good whack with Clarissa?
That about sums it up.
Anyway, I'll give you more detailed instructions as we go, so that'll do for now. Good luck, everyone.
Right!
Alright, let's do it. Welcome to Ultimate Devarius.
Emergency! Code! Unite!
What do you mean? I've got my 13 star.
Completed!
Yeah, it's what I've got on is the where is it? The Elder Pain camo.
Let's clear this track! Wait! Not today! You won't get away!
Emergency! Code! Unite!
And as we can hear, even Patty and T aren't gonna let things get away.
One majestic whack! Not today! One majestic whack! Not today! One majestic whack!
I would agree on that one.
Not today! Wait! Let's clear this track! One majestic whack!
There we go. Such a damage sponge.
Due to the influence of the profound darkness, there are more falspawn than usual. But hear me out. You cannot allow them to stop you. You've got to keep pressing further and further inward. Forget about what's happening around you. Just think about one thing. Saving Matoi.
Yep, that's the one I'm gonna be looking for.
Well, I knew Matoi would see the sealing circle, and I had a feeling she'd come up with her own plan. But going so far as to copy Dark Falls to go after the trio of heroes seems like that's breaking the rules a little bit.
Worry not, Shao. We are the trio of heroes. Let us cut through these imitation Darkfalls with a single stroke and carve a path toward the future.
No doubt. We would be besmirching our titles if we turned tail at such a trivial fight. And to think, the profound darkness would give me a stab at Luther. How very thoughtful of it. I've been positively longing for the opportunity to kill him with my own two hands.
I'm not like the other two. My cosmogenic arm may not be the real deal, and I'll even admit I'm inexperienced. But the name that I've inherited is real! I am the true Claris Craze, following in the footsteps of my predecessors! On the honor of my name, there's no way I can lose! Honestly, when are you going to learn not to try and bear all these burdens yourself? It's not just you who has to win here, Claris Grace. It's all of us. Remember that, okay? I know. How could I forget something like that? This is more than just my own fight. This is our fight!
I'm not sure I remember the model getting reworked. Alright, its head is exposed. Let's hit its weak point. Speaking of mag, do I... Let's see. No, I can't feed it right now.
Completed!
Hey! That's not nice. Become more ultimate natives. Barabos. Huh.
Emergency! Code! Unite!
Yeah, I remember those days. Those were annoying. Yeah, Risa's the crazy one. True, misunderstood as well.
I can hear it. A hollow voice, brimming with remorse. It went so far as to sacrifice its loved ones to create a new world. And now the world has gone terribly wrong. Oh, it must have been so hard. I can hear it. A thunderous voice, bubbling with anger. It says it had its very existence whisked away, twisted and tampered with, denied any freedom. It must have been so painful. I can hear it, a frightened voice, trembling with regret. It does not know who it is. All it can do is cover its ears and shut the world out. Ah, the sorrow it must know.
You know, that would apply to either of them in those
Even the
scenes.
strongest among us has a heart full of hardship, pain, and sorrow. If I could just take all of that away and disappear, everyone would be left with nothing but joy. And yet, it's so strange. Why do I feel this way? Is it because I feel the weight of the world on my shoulders? But I was born to shoulder this exact burden. So why do I still feel so alone?
Not far now. Yeah, we'll see how episode 4 and 5 turn out, and even 6, to be honest.
Emergency code. Unite.
Commencing attack. Heavy damage sustained. Just a scratch.
Take this!
Heavy damage sustained. Commencing attack.
How predictable. Take this!
Commencing attack. Unable to continue combat.
Just let me rest.
Allow me to return the favor.
Better get up.
Alrighty, that takes care of that one.
Completed.
Yep, I completely agree. They've set the bar pretty high now. Yaba Griffiths. I'll actually pop this one here.
Code. Unite.
Technique!
Alright, that takes care of them. Moving on.
Completed. Providing backup.
Ultimate Quest is not available currently.
six are safe and the barrier is in place. This should keep the profound darkness sealed tight down here.
We of the Six must pool all our strength into maintaining this barrier.
That means the rest is all up to you, and I've had about enough already, to be honest.
Imitations though they were, we trio of heroes did fight against Dark Falls. I do hope you won't think too poorly of us for stepping aside.
Listen, bonehead! I still want to talk about all kinds of stuff with my predecessor! Get it done right, or you'll have to answer to me! Same here. I've still got a ton that I want to talk to her about. So bring her back, alright? I want to see both of you in one piece when this is all over. I'll never forgive you if the two of you don't make it back. Okay?
Not too scary when she's all worn down like that, is she? Well, all I have to say is, I don't have a damn thing to say. Where there's a will, you'll find a way.
And whichever way it goes, I'll be here to catch you if you fall. Just do your best and go easy on yourself, huh? Listen, don't you forget that you've got all of us backing you up.
Now, show me your answer.
Let's do this.
Emergency! Code! Duel!
Ruin is inevitable. Be gone.
Ah yes, the Castor and Pollux reference.
Do not resist. Destruction is just. Be gone. Ruin is inevitable. Enough. Do not resist. Destruction is just. Shadow. Ruin is inevitable. You are already too late. This world has no need for light. May absolute darkness swallow all. All will drown in darkness. All will return to nothing. I will not yield. Be gone. Ruin is inevitable. Shadow. Destruction is just. Ruin is inevitable. Ruin is inevitable. Ruin is inevitable. is undying.
Completed!
And down they go.
There really is no measuring how kind you are. Here I was, ready to do this, but I don't think I can now. That kindness of yours can be a real curse sometimes, you know? Even when I was consumed by absolute darkness, your voice alone could still reach me. That's how I made it back. This is it, though. My very last chance. My last chance to make things right. The profound darkness has already manifested inside me, and it's too late to stop it. But if I die right here, right now, I can finally lock it away forever. I can stop this, once and for all. So if that kindness of yours won't let you do what must be done, then I'll do it myself. Just listen to me! I don't want you to stop me! I've made up my mind! This is the way I want things to be! I only ever used to do what I was told! I never knew why I wanted to protect everyone! Why we had to fight! But not anymore! I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago! I've thought all this through for myself this time! I don't want to protect everyone! I don't care about saving the world! It's just you! I want to save the world because you're in it! I just want to protect you! Listen, I'm not scared! There's nothing that can scare me anymore! Okay?
Then why do you cry so?
What?
Awaken, Clarissa! No. Awaken, Sion! I am ready to end this accursed cycle once and for all. Please, lend me your power.
As you wish.
What are you?
Suitable as you may be for this, in the end, you are part of Arx, while I am a Dark Falls. Why then should I not be the one inside of whom the darkness gathers? You helped me realize. I see now what must be done to save the one person I wish to protect. If I can save her now, that is enough for me. I need nothing more.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. When it mattered, I couldn't bring myself to do it. And I ended up costing you your lives.
You may not know it, but you and I once made a promise together. Don't cry. Smile.
We have received the profound darkness. Now she will live on, as will you. But know this, it has not been eradicated. Eventually, it will take shape once more. I have never seen a timeline in which the profound darkness has appeared with the Dark Falls by its side and been defeated. And yet, I have never seen a timeline in which she was rescued either. The rest depends on you. Go and weave a timeline beyond the reaches of omniscience. Consider that our one and only final wish.
Now, that just wasn't fair. Leaving, before we even had a chance to thank them, or say goodbye. How could they? But I was told to smile. So for now, I'll try. I'll keep this smile up until it's okay to cry. After all, they said the profound darkness would come back. And since it's essentially our fault it's been revived, we ought to be the ones to destroy it. I assume the Dark Falls are also on their way, and we still have to do something about the Fall Spawn. Our plates are totally full. Who has time to stand around crying? Right? There's no time to waste. Wait, that's so strange. I'm really trying to smile. This shouldn't be... Stop! Stop it!
You should cry if you want to.
Come on. How can you say that to me right now? Now you're the one not playing fair. Sorry. I'm really sorry. I don't think I could keep my promise. I missed you.
Ear to ear, it's wonderful what you've given me. A new light to see the world again as I'd never seen. But how can I rid this sorrow away that lingers inside of me? And how can I live up to the love you gave when you saved me from the dark? Bright stars to see, how beautiful all you've given me. Once more I feel more than I ever felt before. But how can this be the way it's to be if you are not here to see?
Alrighty, and then we have this scene here.
So hear me out. To be painfully honest, I was pretty sure we would fail. All my calculations said that between you and Matoi, one of you wouldn't make it back. I was even running simulations to figure out how to keep ARCs running after the loss. Well, now it's all out the airlock. I have to take all my calculations and estimates and go back to square one. Honestly, it's a huge relief. I hated the idea of calculating a future without you or Matoi. I've never been so glad to get the math wrong, or to learn that my predictions aren't set in stone. I have a sneaking suspicion that Shion feels the same way.
But we're not out of the woods yet. That still leaves us facing one major problem.
Welcome back, Matoi.
Thanks, Xiao.
Your new outfit looks like a perfect match.
Yes, thanks for that too. But about what happens next?
Ah, of course. You mean the profound darkness returning, yes? You both saw Persona when transformed into the profound darkness, right? It may have managed a swift retreat, but I'm sure it'll be back before long. Of course, we'll be in perfect shape to greet it with guns blazing. We're getting ready for ARCs to face it, with the 6 at the forefront. You, and you too, Matoi. We'll get through this battle, thanks to the two of you. Get ready, because we're going to be asking a whole lot of you.
Alright, and then we have this one here, which is the next battle sequence. The thing of the matter is, though, we're getting pretty close to the point where we would find out if there's another urgent quest about to be announced or not. About 4 minutes from now, I'm gonna find out if that's actually going to be the case or not, and if it is, I want to hold off until after that to go through that fight. In the meantime, what we can do is go and check out the daily orders from Fina, because I have yet to actually visit her yet today. So today's focus was on the Draconians. Let's go ahead and grab these. And hey, Mr. Brian Show, how you doing today? Also have underground shaft exploration, tag Euclyta's Claw, Rada. Lots and lots of grinding. That's pretty much all I can really say, for that. We'll also go ahead and grab that one. Our gun. Alright, that should be good for the moment. Let me also see if anybody else purchased anything at all here. Looks like that is the case. Yes, nice. Alright, let's see. Arcs missions, hand that in. And that one. That one, that one. Getting some nice items from this. Okay. And let me check my titles as well.
welcome.
Mutant Bird Destroyer.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and then let's see what else we can get in terms of titles here. Starting to get towards the point where I'm going to hit the max titles available currently. Something else I'm also noticing here is the fact that apparently titles are happening at a rate of 50 titles instead of 100 titles like it is on the Japanese server. So that may actually go towards something that that I was hoping was going to be changed here, in that on the Japanese server, in order to get up to the really good stuff that starts to happen around at 1100 titles, with the Time Reversal Chrono Stone, the Circular Amphite Stone, and the Liberate Unlocker, you had to get to 1100, 1200, and 1300 titles respectively. But here on the English version, we don't have access to all the NPCs that they have. We don't have access to the Matterboard titles, and we don't have access to the old type grinding titles either. So, yeah, exactly. The legacy titles are gone effectively. Engineer of Ruins. So, yeah, it's nice that that they actually did cut this down here. Yeah, Mr. Brian Show, keep going, and you'll get to 75 eventually.
We are currently preparing a large-scale operation for all Arxops to fight enemies in their local regions.
Okay, so it looks like I made the right choice there by holding off a couple of minutes here. So we do have this urgent quest coming up.
Thank you very much.
This is going to be for Lilliput, and this is going to be against the Big Varder boss. So let me go ahead and grab a couple of client orders for that. No, take it at your own pace. I mean, you want to enjoy the game. No reason to not enjoy the game while you can.
Bye.
Let's see, let's also come up here. And let's check in with Gerard. He has a client order.
Hey.
Oh, I need to hand this one in too.
Bye for now.
But I'll hand that in a little bit. Where is this one? The one worthy of kingly appellation. Okay, so I've already got that one in my client orders. Alright, and...
What is it?
I'm going to switch over...
What would you like to do?
Main class summoner, and then subclass... I want to get a few more... Actually, you know what? Why don't I just make these all go straight onto Bouncer
Feel
instead?
free to stop by anytime.
And then... So that way I'm basically getting the full value of these client orders. Subclass... Let's put that under Grafer.
Feel free to stop by anytime.
Hey there!
Yeah, I kind of figured that, the flippy ones. Alright, Ruber?
Sup? What the?
There we go. Surprised Rupert doesn't have his unlocked yet for to become an NPC. Where was the other one? Oh, right, Gerard. Okay.
Hey. Wonderful.
There we go.
Bye for now.
That gives each of those classes several levels. I kind of want to start spreading these out a little bit.
What would you like to do?
Just because, eventually what my plan is going to be is once I'm far enough along, any of the remaining ones, I'm going to have Hunter as my subclass, and just use those, along with the 13-star sword I've got here, so I have access to my photon arts. As
What
of
would you
right
like to
now,
do?
going main class summoner. Actually, you know what? Why don't we see?
Feel free to stop by
I can still
anytime.
equip. So, with the class loadout of Summoner Braver, I actually am able to equip it. Nice. Okay, then why don't I keep that on for this
Feel
one?
free to stop by anytime.
Ah, gotcha. Understood. Is there a page where that's on somewhere, Cynthia? On the Visiphone? Gotcha. If you can, gotcha. If you can drop the page link, on the Discord, I'd appreciate that.
What can I interest you in? Thank you for your patronage.
Let's see, it was the right ring that I
What
needed.
can I interest you in?
No, I'm on Xbox One here. I'm just thinking of which one I want to grab at this point here. Actually, come to think of it,
Thank you for your patronage.
I think most of these actually do have a, infection on them. So, I'll grab that ring for this one. Boosted Enemy Slayer. And then there's, it was, yeah, everyone was in their non-loaded state there, like that. Yeah, PC we know is coming out in spring, so sometime basically between now and,
Leave it to me.
and mid-June. Now, I think the ring I had on earlier could be leveled up. Yeah, Perfect Sonic Guard.
I'm gonna
Or
give it my
Perfect
best
Sonic
shot.
Arrow Guard. So let's see, I need Navarius Rocks
Don't
for
be a
that.
stranger, okay?
Might not be able to get it that high up.
I'm gonna give it my best shot. Success! Thank goodness. Don't be a stranger, okay?
Alright, so, I do need to, do some gathering here. That doesn't make sense. Hang on. Black screen? Try refreshing. I'm I'm seeing it on another screen here, and it looks like it's fine right now. Alright, I'm gonna pause everything on the boosters. And we're just gonna get some basic gathering done so I can get some more nefarious rocks here. Hopefully from a fever. To the second block, I guess, because I don't see a pond. Fluffy Panda Zombie, thank you for the follow there. There's a pond over to the east. Alright, let's clear these enemies out because unlike the Japanese version, we have learned that you are not invulnerable during gathering activities here. That should do. Looking for that fever. Well, it's pretty much always guaranteed after you do some sort of gathering 9 times. Okay, there's some of the various rocks. Well, I said 9 times because that's the number of times I actually had to do it, not what the counter was at. Alright, and let's finish up with the last of the fishing energy I got. Okay, so I can give that one more level, I believe. And then, following this, we'll be just a couple of minutes away from the urgent quest popping. And then once we're done with that, then we'll get back into the story, take on the Profound Darkness. Let's see, I need to come up here.
Leave it to me.
On
Take
person.
care now.
I'm gonna give it my best shot! Success!
Alright,
Thank goodness.
and then... That's fine.
Don't be a stranger, okay?
I've been having trouble with Twitch's mobile version lately as well. I keep setting my thing to use the desktop site, but it completely ignores that for some reason. So I can't even sign in on my mobile phone anymore. to view my stats and everything. Alright, let's put these away. Yeah, and I'm not just going to download something for a website that I can just get through a web browser instead. Hey, controller. I can actually get past it if I use Firefox instead. It's just annoying that they're doing that. Yeah, we're 1 minute away. Not enough time. Alright.
Which quest would you like?
Where are my boosters at? 2 of them are about to run out. Now keep in mind, I don't have access to my photon arts, but because my weapon I've got here is so powerful, that basically even my normal swings are going to do more damage than any other photon art or technique I could cast. So, it's just going to be normal swings from me during this thing. That and Resta. Any second now.
Emergency mission alert. Large-scale deployment operation in progress. All
Here we go.
ARCS ops, report to the quest counter to join the mission.
Alright, I'm gonna refresh those boosters, and then we'll get this going. Hold on, let me eat that, ticket.
Emergency mission alert. Large-scale deployment operation in progress. All ARCS ops, report to the quest counter to join the mission.
Somebody just ate an experience ticket there, or got some ARCS missions or something done. Is that King?
Incoming alert.
Emergency code.
Yep, that's a King Varder, so I'll be able to take care of that client order as well. I appreciate those subclass level ups there. I didn't have a chance to get out of there. Alright, down goes the King Varder.
Objective complete. Success confirmed.
Completed.
Return when able. Emergency mission alert. Large-scale deployment operation in progress. All ARCS ops, report to the quest counter to join the mission.
Who knows about the hero class? That could be if I had to guess, we might see a new episode every season until we're caught up.
Incoming alert.
Emergency code due.
So, having Summoner as my sub, the reason I did that was because I was going to go straight down to the bottom of the skill tree in order to unlock the attack up as well as the defense up. And the reason I did that is because I got I was planning to get a 13-star weapon quickly, and the 13-star weapons that are in the game currently require a bunch of decks, and because I went down the tree like that, I was able to equip the 13-star much earlier than many other players would be able to. So that's why I went with the Summoner's subclass.
Objective complete. Success confirmed.
Completed.
Return when able.
It comes with experience, knowing that. I mean, basically, my plan is to use Hunter Summoner until we get access to Phantom, and then Hunter at Toil will be my final combination once that comes out. Not impatient, it was part of the plan. It's a benefit of going Hunter at Toil, but at the same time, I also rarely use techniques. The only techniques I ever really found myself using were like Shifta and D-Band, Resta and Anti. Everything else was just... Effectively, what I needed was a class that would allow me to use just those base techniques, and what I eventually found was, because of how it toils... how it functions, I don't need Resta anymore. In terms of Anti, I had a Beach Shade, a Summer Beach Shade, I think, weapon that had Anti built into it. So that fulfilled that purpose. And then Shifted and D-Band, there was a Talus part of the Special Collection file that was released within the past few months, I want to say, which covered Shifta and D-Band for me. And that pretty much took care of everything then. I didn't need to use Phantom or Summoner or anything to do any other function that I really needed in terms of techniques. To put it in perspective, I was able to equip it around level... What was it? Like, level... 65 or so? Maybe 63? Versus having to wait all the way until level 75 to actually equip that. What I would say to Soul Atomizer is it wastes Maceta compared to just using Photon Force. Yeah, I'd be happy to play with you. When I first tried to equip the sword, when I first got it, I was still like 80 decks away from what I needed. I was not going to get that quickly. But the Summoner Tree basically would have... the Summoner Tree did give that to me. But it's a moot point at this point since I am leveled up now. Parallel slider. Let's see. Let's see. Photon arts, and then I think it's called Slide Burst now. No, crafting is not in the game, and I wish it was. I am getting sick and tired of having to resort to Nova Strike instead for proper AoE with a sword.
Please head on back.
Hopefully they add it soon. You're talking about De Role?
Emergency mission alert. Large-scale deployment operation in progress. All ARCS ops, report to the quest counter to join the mission.
One that flops around and chases you on the boat, basically. Is that another king?
Incoming alert.
No, not blue enough, unfortunately. Oh well.
Emergency! Code!
Oh, you're talking about Volop. Volop can be fun. First phase, I find, is actually harder than the second phase. The second phase, I can usually no-hit that thing. And yeah, to your point, even though I'm not using any photon arts here, I am carrying this group. Make my damage go up even more doing that. Yep. And again, no photon arts. These are just normal swings. That's how far ahead I am.
Success confirmed.
Completed.
Return enabled.
Yep. So,
Emergency mission
right
alert.
now my
Large-scale
combination
deployment
is
operation in
Summoner
progress.
Braver.
All ARCSOPs, report to the quest counter to join
And
the
because
mission.
I have all that dex, and because this is an all-class weapon, I'm able to just equip the thing. And it's stronger than anything else I could do right now. And then, I've got on me... the Perfect Guard Sonic Arrow isn't really doing much. You can't really... I've learned that you actually can't Perfect Guard without Hunter. But Boosted Enemy Slayer at least does work on the boosted spot, on that boss. And the client is based on Episode 6, not... The only thing that is that, content before Episode 4 is only available. But all the balance changes are in since Episode 6.
Emergency!
Emergency! Code! Kill!
This one is not giving me many opportunities to attack. How did that get targeted by my summoner point? Oh wow, the corruption is just... Oh, there it is.
Congratulations on completing the objective. That's enough.
Completed!
Alright, we got 7 more minutes to this thing, so I'm thinking we could probably squeeze in 2, maybe 3 more runs. Summoner weapons... The thing about them is that they don't work in the typical way that other weapons do. Summoner weapons are... they work based on attaching pets to them, and so really there isn't much of a need to have a bunch of summoner weapons drop in the field. Basically, you just need a single one, and then you're good to go for that weapon, because it's only going to have, like, the one potential on it. And the stats that you gain from it are very minimal. So yeah, there really isn't much point in ever getting more than just like a single one of a summoner weapon, or as they're called in this particular version, harmonizers.
Emergency!
Emergency! Code! Q!
Yeah, I mean, the only reason I'm not really playing Summoner the right way at this point is my pets are so underdeveloped at this point, because I haven't had any luck really finding that many pets until I actually switched over to the class. So, quite literally, this is the way I can do the most damage right now as a Summoner.
Congratulations on completing the objective. That's enough.
Completed!
Yeah, this is probably going to be the last run coming up here.
Emergency mission alert. Large-scale deployment operation in progress. All ARCS ops, report to the quest counter to join the mission.
Synchro? I want to say Synchro came out for one of, like, the rain quests? The rain seasonal quests? Like, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago? Okay, yeah, I'll see to what you're saying there, engineer.
Emergency. Ears open.
Emergency! Code Q!
The large-scale operation has ended. Thank you for your support.
Oh, took me out before I could heal up. Gotcha. Yeah, there's a good number to choose from.
Excellent job.
Alrighty, that's gonna do it for the urgent quests.
You are cleared to return.
Completed!
Come on back.
Alright, let's get out of here. And with that, let's make our way over here.
What would you like to do?
Let's switch over to Hunter main and Summoner subclass.
Feel free to stop by anytime.
all this on.
Welcome.
Let's grab ourselves a drink. Pausing the boost.
Take care of yourself out there.
We're good on mates. Let's get over to the quest counter. It's
Which
time
quest
for
would
the
you like?
Profound Darkness. Koopa over here, thank you for the follow. And if I missed it before, Jadis Dragon Ball Z, thank you for the follow as well. Also, Not That Bright, thank you for that follow. Daverance, thank you for the follow.
The profound darkness has been revived. At this rate, it'll devour the entire planet of Nefarious and regain its full strength. If that happens, it'll mean the end of the universe. We must stop it at all costs. It appears to be anticipating that we'll attack when it attempts to devour the planet. Looks like it's gotten a head start on us by churning out Gemini en masse. We're talking some really mind-boggling numbers here. If we can't break through that Gemini wall, we'll never be able to reach the profound darkness itself. It probably wants to devour the planet and go on spreading throughout the universe, while we grapple with its minor distractions. We can't let that happen. If we don't stop it right here and right now, the universe will end. Everything will be fine, though. If we have you, I'm certain it'll all work out. There's no need to prepare for every scenario. No. We all know that you can do this.
And Mr. Brian Show 316, thank you for the host as well there. Alrighty. So, yeah, I don't have access to all the typical things I usually do for this, but let's give it a shot here. So, switch over to this.
You will soon be teleported to the front lines. Your objective is to eradicate Dark Falls Gemini and open a path to the profound darkness. You'll be facing one of the Dark Falls Collective. We have no idea how powerful it is, so be careful. Do whatever it takes to come back safely. Emergency!
Oh right, this is like normal mode.
Emergency! Code due!
Alright, let's get after that tongue. I need photon points. he's about to launch. There we go. Onto the tongue. Really, no cars? Alright, I'll take that. Tainted End, huh?
The path to the profound darkness has been opened. All that's left is to defeat it. We can provide no specific orders. Fight valiantly and return alive. Period.
Alright, let's do it.
Emergency! Code! Due!
Open up. Yeah, I think this is like normal speed or something like that. Alrighty, here we go. Surprised about seeing any of his bits come out. Here they come. No bits? Oh well. Yeah, I got the Founders Pack.
Show yourself.
And that's it. Down goes the Profound Darkness.
Completed!
Hello, controller.
Are you alright? What happened to the profound darkness? Right. No. Of course you don't know. Even I can't feel it anymore. But I think we finally put an end to it, didn't we?
It might not be the decisive win we'd hoped for, but it seems we've at least blocked the profound darkness from manifesting itself.
Shao!
I couldn't be sure just looking at the numbers alone. I'm glad I came to see for myself. There are traces of the time stream everywhere here. It's remarkable. Then there's the profound darkness, which we fought back before it could be resurrected. And for one fleeting moment, I sensed the presence of Persona.
What does it all mean, Shao?
For the two of you, this may be heavy news to bear. But will you bear it all the same?
Yes, I want to know too. I want to understand what happened here.
If you say so. Before I do, though, just know that this isn't an immutable fact, but simply my understanding of the situation as it stands now. You and the rest of ARCs managed to fight back the profound darkness and keep it from corrupting Nefarious. That battle probably wore down the powers of the profound darkness, letting Persona, its vessel, rise to the surface. Persona saw a chance and seized it. As soon as that opportunity appeared, they unleashed their power.
You're talking about the time stream, right?
Exactly. They turned back time for themselves to just before the profound darkness was resurrected. Bringing along something with such massive photon energy as the profound darkness meant that was the limit they could turn back the clock. Thanks to that, the profound darkness was bound to the moment just before it was revived on Nefarious. But time was only rewound, not altered forever. It was bound to try and revive itself again, here. When it did, Arcs, and more specifically, you, would be there to fight and weaken it.
So it could be rewound again, right back to before the profound darkness was revived. Over and over again. For all of eternity. So you're telling me they're just trapped in a loop, repeating the same battle forever? That's terrible! Isn't there something we can do to save them? There must be.
Right. I have the same nagging fears about all of this. There's no telling how long this cycle will persist. Sure, it worked this time. But what next time? Or the next? What about the 10th time around? Not even I can find a solution to that. Even if I have time to focus on my calculations, I can't guarantee I'll find answers. But Persona and Shion have granted us at least this much time. We could have easily met our ends here, obliterated in our ignorance. But thanks to them, we still get to live to see tomorrow. We can't waste what precious little time we have. There has to be a solution out there somewhere.
Yes, we'll find it. I know we will. We have you after all. The one who helped me, who saved me. The answers we're after must be just ahead, in the future that you and Shion paved the way towards. So please, wait for us. I promise, we'll be back for you.
We just have to do a little dimension hopping first. But that's the tale for another day. S rank. Alright, so once again, we're gonna be skipping through some scenes here. And, aside from some hiccups, they definitely did, a good job with, most of the voice acting, I would say. Bouncer, you would probably want to, look at Dex, for that one. Since, Bouncer, has that Bouncer mag ability, which, splits it between both, melee and whatchamacallit, the, melee and, technique damage. Alright, let's see how Aurora sounds. And, they kept the same name.
Oi! Over here, mate! Sorry to pull you all the way here, but I just don't have the words for what's going on. Fastest way is probably for you to take a gander for yourself.
Now you're here too? This keeps getting blown further and further out of proportion.
But you see...
Oh, a visitor. Did you come all this way just to see me? You must be the Arcs operative these two mentioned. My name is Aurora. Pleasure to meet you.
That voice works?
I guess that name wouldn't ring a bell for you, would it? Here, let me put it in terms you'd understand. You may know me as the very first apprentice. The original, you could say.
And, Trevnia, yeah, this is story mode. We're very close to the end of it, actually.
That's something, really. Calling yourself the original? Big talk for someone who barely even remembers being Apprentice.
That's quite rich coming from an incompetent swine like you.
You see
And
why I couldn't explain this?
thank you for
Not
the
only
follow.
did I not get it, but neither does Yusi, the one this actually happened to. This cheeky little miss was certainly born out of Yusi, calling herself Apprentice.
Often, do me a favor and don't use the word born here. The thought makes me gag.
Right back at you, barbarian woman. I'm stuck looking like a child due to your complete incompetence and inadequacy. Although, I can't deny it's nice to be young again like I'd hoped. Let me make this clear. I don't have the foggiest idea as to why I've been revived. All I can tell you for certain is that I've merged with Euclyta here. We're literally inseparable, much to my dismay.
On that point, we agree.
Well, seeing that you're so miserable, you must love the company.
So to answer your question, yes, you get titles as part of completing the story, and those titles have attached to them star gems. So free star gems for going through the story. Can't get a better deal than that.
I've hit a dead end asking these two, and searching my memory hasn't been fruitful either. So, I'll ask you. Any idea as to why I might have appeared this way?
Well, you're here a little too early for you to be a phantom.
Why would I, a faint echo left in Apprentice, have suddenly appeared now, in such a lackluster form? What? Are you saying the profound darkness has come back? Again?
Explain that again.
Do try opening a dictionary sometimes, Euclyta. If you want to know more, there's a favor I need from you first. A nice quid pro quo, if that phrase still means anything to you kids today.
Who exactly do you think you are?
I used to be known as a goddess, I'll have you know. Well, seeing as I've returned to the plane of existence, I'd like to have a look around this planet. Maybe we'll find a way to unbind me from you, dear Euclyta. Who can say?
I'll hold you to your promise.
Hang on a tick, Yusi. We ought to tell Shao. You'll do it. Thanks a ton, mate. You've saved my life about 4 ways from Friday. Oi, Yusi! Wait up!
Alrighty. So, now that we've heard their voice, we're gonna skip through a bunch of other scenes here until we get to what I believe is gonna be the next battle sequence here. And looks like this is the one, so let me get out of here, let me drink a drink from the counter, so I can stop my boosters, and then we will head right into that. Actually, come to think of it, let me also pick up the effects from my alliance tree first. There we go. And back out to the lobby we go.
Welcome.
Alright, stop booster
Take
effect.
care of yourself out there.
Hey, Xbox's love. Welcome to the show.
Which quest
And
would you
thank you
like?
for the follow as well. Let's see. Okay, story quest. And there it is, the significance of being here. Let's do this hardcore mode.
After doing a bit of walking around here, I've realized that the power of the Dark Falls Apprentice has been sealed on this planet.
How do you know that?
I was a Dark Falls. At one point, anyway. Can't you feel it too, Euclyta?
Don't lump me in with you.
What's with a cold shoulder? Fine, I'll just explain what my thinking is here. That giant mining rig is whittling down the power of the Apprentice to keep it sealed here, right? Not that I really know anything about that machine or this planet. This moment in time, this entire location, they're completely alien to me. Plus, I can't sense the existence of any photoners here, or anywhere, on the entire world. They really were wiped out. They're just gone.
Hey, are you...
To answer your question, the reason I stopped the booster is so that I'm not wasting the time on those. The story quests typically don't give as much reward as other quests would. And to get a 13-star gun, you need to go to a shop on the second floor, and you need to hand over 400 unique badges.
I wonder if that mining rig is working properly.
I mean, it seems like it is. The smoke is really billowing up.
But if Apprentice's power is being weakened, what exactly am I sensing? Could there be some kind of catalyst up ahead?
Hey! Where the heck do you think you're going? Yusi, what should we do?
Well, we can't just go off and leave her. She and I are linked together.
They only drop off of rare enemies. So run Cradle of Darkness and hope you get a PSE burst.
Oi, wait up a sec! You just walked us all right into the corrupted region.
Corrupted region? That sounds about right for an unstable place like this. This has to be the profound darkness's feeding ground, and where its eventual prey is raised. But the profound darkness ended up being revived somewhere else altogether, didn't it? In that case, there's no need for this corrupted region anymore. It's just hanging in limbo. Or, well, maybe not. This place doesn't fit in with the rest of the world. Time flows differently here than everywhere else. It's pretty much like how I am now. Euclyta?
You sent something up ahead, right? If we're going to investigate, we should hurry up and get to it.
Yeah, it definitely does look better than the old rundown Lilliput underground mines. Alright, here we go. I just noticed these are all level 80 enemies. And max level cap for me is 75.
You're wide open. Here goes! Too slow. You're wide open.
Yep, makes sense. And I still don't have my whole hunter kit yet. It's a shame these are still based on the watered-down version of the enemies and not the original difficulty for Ultimate Quest.
Emergency! Code! Attack!
You left me open. You're wide open. Here goes!
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Completed!
You're wide open. I'm not letting you escape. You left me open. You're wide open. Here goes! How about this? Too slow. Here goes! Too slow. Too slow. You're wide open.
Yeah, that seemed to be the problem with Ultimate Quest. Well, not really problem. They were designed that way, that they never gave you a high amount of experience.
I'm not letting you escape.
Not you too, Finn. You got a Finn saying he's not going to let you escape. You got Xeno saying, I'm not going to let you get away. And Patty's also saying stuff about not letting things get away.
You're wide open.
Orion, thank you for the follow.
The corrupted region is pretty much the worst. It's like all of the crappiest things in the universe decided to band together and settle here.
If the corrupted region adapted itself to the planet completely, it'd be even worse than this, don't you think?
I don't know anything about that. I'm not a Dark Falls. Hey, Euclyta. Why did you become a host for Apprentice?
A perfectly valid question. I'd very much like to know the answer.
Yusi just got caught up in it. Don't make her out to be like you. You became a Dark Falls on your own.
On my own. Huh. It's true. I became a Dark Falls of my own volition. Care to listen to a little story of mine? A story about the most beautiful woman in the world, who made it all the way to the top through her sheer beauty. My story. I was confident in everything about me. My cuteness, my beauty, my skill, my experience. I wanted to be second to no one. While everyone around me crumbled to the bottom, I alone remained at the top. But the people beneath me kept reaching up. Masses of greedy hands tried to grab me by the ankles and pull me down. I was beset by not only their hands, but by the very nature of the world. People grow weary. They grow old. I couldn't fight it. People rise and fall. That's just the way of the world. I knew that, but still, I couldn't bring myself to get off the stage. Should I have cloned myself or sought a new body to stay young? No, that's not who I am. I became #1 by staying just the way I was. So, if I don't stay the way I am, there's no point to anything. In the meantime, our grand effort to produce a copy of Xion failed so drastically that it gave birth to the profound darkness. It was such a tumultuous time, but me, I didn't give a rat's ass about any of it. I was fighting in a different world, a beautiful yet frightening world, fraught with lies, doubt, and jealousy. Wanting to stay more beautiful than everyone, be more entrancing than everyone, be younger than everyone. That was all I ached for. I should have stopped there. But...
Red guy, go ahead.
I know. I don't need you to tell me again. But it wasn't all my fault. I'm not the only Dark Falls that's been born. Others went on a rampage.
We can't erase what we Apprentice hosts have done, Aurora.
Alright, we'll meet up after this quest so we can do that.
We corrupted so many planets, and helped revive the profound darkness. We share some responsibility for that. We both do.
Oh, Yusi.
Something's bothering me. Let's go further in.
Alright, here we go. I'm actually going to drop those monomates. No reason to bring those. Oops. There we go. Dino Rapidus, okay.
You're wide open.
That's quite the crowd, isn't it? Hello, controller. That's perfect timing. This isn't going too badly here. Although with Vibrola's around, that might change. Hopefully this group is almost done. There we go. You'd think Yuki is a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog. You're too slow. Oh, that's a crowd.
Emergency! Code! Attack! Completed!
Hello, Falke Leon.
Emergency! Code! Due!
You left me an opening. You're wide open. You're wide open. Too slow. I'm doing it. You're wide open. Too slow. Too slow.
That's a complete whiff by him.
You're wide open. You're wide open. You're wide open.
And down they go.
Completed!
Alright, pressing on. Grab this.
Did you get lost, little fella? There. Everything's okay now.
He really doesn't like you.
Of course he shouldn't. When I was Apprentice, I assaulted this planet many times. When I see how their kind reacts to me, I understand how much I made the Arcs and the Lillipans suffer.
It wasn't just that. The abnormalities occurring on this planet weren't just caused by us alone.
But that's what they think. That's why they came to keep an eye on us.
And you're okay going along with that, Euclyta? You just got swept up in this. You shouldn't have to be hated by everyone, or shoulder all the blame.
Yeah, sometimes I think it's pretty unreasonable. But I can't blame anyone else. Regardless of whether I wanted it, the fact remains. I was at Dark Falls. Tell me, Aurora. What are you afraid of?
What? I'm not afraid.
We have a link between us. I can even get a sense of what you're feeling. Are you really that afraid of having people hate you?
Of course I am. If people hate me, it's over. I'll have nowhere to go but down. I got to where I was thanks to people loving me. I never wanted anyone to hate me. I wanted everyone to love me. Believe me, I didn't want anything to do with the profound darkness. I wanted no part of it. And yet, everyone blames everything on us. They despise us. Despise me. That's why I answered its call. But I never expected it to end up like this. Everyone! Where did everyone go? They left me behind! You call us gods! We can't be done in that easily! Where are the 7 god photoners? The 13 goddess photoners? Where? After we threw away so much, abandoned everything else, just so we could reach the top. My Labs, Flori, Roth, Nanaki, Tom, are you all really gone? I never meant for it to turn out this way. Why? Why did it end up this way? Euclyta, I didn't do anything wrong, right? It isn't my fault, is it? Please, Euclyta, answer me. You and we're not... We can't be evil, can we?
That's something you'll simply have to decide for yourself.
Alright, let's keep pressing on here. Hopefully we get to the end of this soon. Alright, here come the more advanced false spawn. Or corrupted false spawn.
You're wide open. I'm not letting you escape. You're wide open.
Emergency! Code! Rescue! Emergency! Code! Duel!
I'm doing everything I can. You left me open. You're wide open. You're wide open. You're wide open. How pitiful. Too slow. You're wide open. How pitiful.
Completed.
You're wide open.
Alright, we're good on that trial there. Hello, controller.
You're wide open. How pitiful. You're wide open.
Completed.
Get rid of this. There we go. It's like this is it.
That's an Angafandage.
So, this is the catalyst, or should I call it food, for the profound darkness?
What the heck is it even doing? Sending something down into the ground.
It might be more accurate to say it's being absorbed. Wouldn't you say, Aurora?
Ow! What's the big idea here, Euclyta?
You're older than me, aren't you? How long are you going to keep cowering like this?
I'm not cowering.
That's twice I've had to tell you I can tell what you're feeling. Will there need to be a third time? Think for a moment about why you're even back here to begin with. When photons take shape like this, it's always for a reason, be it good or bad. So tell me, why have you broken away from the profound darkness and dark falls to come back here? Why have the photons reconstructed you at this very moment, in this location? What purpose do you serve by being here?
What am I doing here? What purpose do I serve?
What's done is done. The past is the past. You can't change that no matter how long you wallow around stewing in regret. The only thing you can do is work hard from now on so it doesn't happen again. That goes for the both of us.
How do you always find strength in times like these, Euclyta?
I couldn't do it if I was alone. I would have fallen into my own downward spiral long ago. But that's not the case. I have people who are here for me. That's really all it takes.
Will you be there for me, Euclyta? Will you believe in me?
That's 3 times. We're all here because of you. How can you fret over something so obvious, Aurora?
Good grief. I'm supposed to be the one who's always spurring everyone on. What am I doing? Reduced to taking support from a child like you? The return of the profound darkness has awakened the powers of Apprentice that have been sealed here. It's searching for things to feed on now. That's all that monstrosity cares about. Food.
Well, we'll have to make sure it doesn't ruin its diet with a snack like this.
Euclyta, let's put an end to this. To Apprentice. You and me, here and now. My powers are at your command.
At my command?
Call out my name, Euclyta. You know it. The name that gleams brighter than any other. The name that flutters and whirls in the most captivating of dances. The name that symbolizes who I truly am. Reach deep inside and listen. Hear my true name and proclaim it aloud.
Entrance us, Sky Dancer Aurora. Aurora, this weapon. Is this you?
All I am now is a collection of photons. Just as I can take shape as a human, so can I become a weapon. One built for you, Euclyta.
I should warn you up front. I'm pretty rough with my weapons.
You don't need to worry. The more it hurts, the closer I come to salvation.
We're taking that thing down and cutting it loose before an apprentice can eat its fill. Come on, you two!
Right!
Let's do this.
Open.
Alright, that takes care of that. Let's get on the attack. Now eventually he's gonna start guarding against my sword. At least I think they will.
I'm doing everything I can. Pitiful! How pitiful! How pitiful! How pitiful! How pitiful!
Ain't that the truth? Yeah. But then again, I've also got a lot more practice against Profound Darkness than I do against this thing. And that's thanks to the, all the Profound Darkness trigger quests I've run in the past.
Chips are down. I deliver. You're wide open. Too slow. Too close. Too slow. Too slow.
Oh, I guess it's not getting resistance. Okay, that works.
Too slow.
Monster taking down Anga Fundarge. Almost at the end of episode 3. Okay, it did eventually get its shield at least. Yeah, at least it's not that form. I completely agree with you there. Yeah, Beta has a ton of content, that's for certain. It's still not, you know, up to par with the Japanese version, but I'm hoping we at least have a decent roadmap in terms of how quickly things come out. One episode a season, episode 4, episode 5, episode 6 would be, I would say, reasonable. So, like, summer for episode 4, fall for episode 5, and then winter for episode 6. And as long as we're all caught up to episode 6 by then. Oh, what the damage sponge this guy is. Well, I agree, things could be much worse. I likely will, but with how long this one is taking, I'm probably gonna have to take another quick break before we do that one. Especially if it lasts, like, the whole thing. Alright, finally they're down.
We did it. We should be good now, right? You see?
Get away from there!
Yeah, disgusting! What the heck are these?
Guess someone couldn't control their appetite. It even gulped down those broken shards we left the monster in. Stubborn and gluttonous to boot.
Maybe it got that from you.
Oh, hush, Euclyta.
Is everyone alright? Fall spawn readings on Lilypaw are rising. Looks like Aurora's appearance was a sign of things to come.
That means an apprentice has been nesting in the planet itself, trying to force its own revival.
I have a feeling this is more than the 4 of us can handle alone, Euclyta.
Hey, Arcs contact! You, the one who just called. Are you listening?
Of course. I read you loud and clear. Pleasure to finally meet you, Euclyta.
Darkfall's apprentice is trying to revive itself. To stop it, we're going to need the support of as many operatives as you can spare. Can we count on you for help?
You don't even have to ask. I'm dispatching an emergency alert right now to all ARC's ops. Will that suffice?
Can you really trust me so easily?
I can. Because your actions have been worthy of trust. Wouldn't you agree?
Let's do it.
Okay, you 4. It's too dangerous to stay there, so come back here for a bit.
Come back? Are you inviting me onto the Ark's ship?
What's the matter, Euclyta? Are you scared? Are you shaking in your boots, thinking everyone's gonna be angry with you and hate you?
Yusi, let's get going.
Whatever. I guess I have no choice.
Alrighty, so as I mentioned before, I'm going to be taking a quick 3 to 5 minute break here before we proceed on to this quest here. So please stand by, I will be right back.